President of the Republic of Albania has stated that an EU future for the Balkans can only be achieved through regional collaboration and the avoidance of political stalemate. The state police have demanded businesses install high-resolution camera systems to assist police with criminal investigations, with a legal requirement that imagery enables the reading of licence plates. On January 29, the law on the use of languages will be returned for the third reading in the Macedonian Parliament. The draft will need 61 votes to be approved, to be sent to the Venice Commission for recommendations. Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Wednesday, the 24th of January 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I am here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. First up this evening, the lack of political stability in the Balkans has not only become a barrier to EU integration, but also to the creation of a common regional market that would help the strengthening of the economy. Speaking at the economic forum titled Future Balkans, the current Albanian president raised this concern by emphasising the importance of economic consolidation. Political clashes hamper economic growth in the region, said President Ilir Meta. Kosovo was the only country to respond to the invitation from Albania to attend the forum, although it was extended to all Balkan countries. The Deputy Prime Minister of Kosovo, Enver Hoxha, spoke harshly against the West, accusing them of playing a match of chess with the Balkans. The Balkans are being used as chess pawns by the West, declared Hoxha. German politician Rezo Schlau, a representative of a political force forming a coalition with Angela Merkel's party, issued his criticisms to the Albanian government, declaring not enough work is being done to attract investment, stating, "When I look at the pace of direct foreign investments, Albania has been on a stable level for years, but low. I think it's insufficient. I think that Albanian institutions should work more proactively to foster direct foreign investment, not only from Germany, but also from other Western countries." For the governor of the Bank of Albania, Gent Sejko, the business climate needs to be improved in order to be more competitive in the region. Corruption and informality are obstacles to economic growth, he warned. The purpose of the conference is to enable a concrete platform for the involvement of the 6 Western Balkan countries in the global development agenda. Security cameras fitted to every business will serve to assist police in investigating criminal events. This is the position of the Director of Order and Security in the State Police, Altin Chato. During a meeting of the Security Commission, Chato stated that businesses have a responsibility to ensure that not only cameras are fitted, but that they meet the level of quality outlined in the law. High-resolution cameras are required. This is because if the camera does not deliver a clear picture, it takes significantly greater time and work by police to ascertain the identity. We have defined in the law that the image from cameras must make it possible to read licence plates, explained Chato. However, according to the SP MP Pauline Sterkai, higher quality cameras won't solve crimes, as evidenced by those which have occurred outside banks, as, despite them being known as having the best cameras installed, the perpetrators remain at large for many of these cases. I do not believe we have outlined a need for higher quality cameras than installed in banks. I do not think that it's just the cameras that reveals the criminal, but also involvement of physical persons is needed. Perhaps when a criminal gets away, maybe it's police negligence and not the quality of the camera, declared Sterkai. In retaliation to Sterkai's comments, Chato raised some other examples. We have cases where we have identified those responsible thanks to footage from cameras. There was a case of stealing at a gas station in Saranda where, thanks to the cameras, we arrested the perpetrators within 10 hours. There are many such cases where cameras have identified those liable for a crime, but you do not mention them, was Chato's retort. He went on to add that increasing the level of regular patrolling around schools would also serve to better strengthen security measures. The meeting also saw the opposition continue to accuse the majority of undermining the validity of the Assembly, with MP Muslim Murizi raising his concern that the acting police director does not meet the recruitment criteria for the role. The law on the use of languages will be reintroduced to the Macedonian Parliament on January 29th for its third review. The plenary session was organised in a coordinated effort between the Parliament Speaker, Talat Jafari, and the parliamentary groups, but in the absence of MPs from the opposition's VMRO-DPMNE party. The proposal has been returned to the Assembly following non-decreal by President George Ivanov, who argued that the law violated the Constitution and the united character of Macedonia. With this in mind, the VMRO-DPMNE has requested the creation of several working groups involving experts to prove the need for the adoption of the law and the removal of what they consider to be non-constitutional elements that the draft contains. As you may recall from our previous reports, the law on the use of languages was adopted on January 11th and 6 days later remained unsigned by President Ivanov. The law needs 61 votes on January 29th to approve the initiation of sending the bill to the Venice Commission for their recommendations. It turns out Elbasan is the city most effective at adhering to the laws banning smoking in public places. This is according to the inspection reports from the State Health Inspectorate, which have not found any subjects to be in violation. No administrative measures have been taken. This indicates that over this period, citizens of the city of Elbasan have applied the law 100% of the time, announced the head of the Coordination and Monitoring Section of Inspections, Areta Baruka. Anti-smoking action continues throughout the country with zero tolerance for anyone who violates the law. In cases where there is a violation of the legislation, which means that smoking is evident in places where more than 50% of the space is covered, it is not only the businesses that will be penalised, but also the individuals, explained Beruka. From the 5th of January, 845 inspections were carried out in Fear, with administrative measures taken against 5 subjects over violations. It has been confirmed that inspections are staged to cover various hours of the day, including afternoons, evenings and weekends. According to the law, businesses found to be in violation receive a fine of 300,000 lek. The Health Inspectorate has issued a public call for collaboration on this issue, encouraging citizens to act as whistleblowers against any form of abuse to the anti-smoking laws. "70 years ago, Alfred Moisiu participated in the creation of what is now known as the Great Lake Park of Tirana. Today, with the same energy, despite being the age of 89, he's also giving a hand to the orbital forest. The former president of the Republic of Albania immediately responded to the call from Tirana's mayor, Erion Veliaj, to join the municipality of Tirana in the action for planting 110 cypress trees in the Unaza Emad area near the Saul crossover. Veliaj thanked the former president for his contribution to the country, as well as for his efforts to increase greenery in Tirana. For me and the staff of the municipality of Tirana, it is a great privilege that today we have joining us not only the most beloved president of all Albanians, one of the most respected and inspiring figures in Albania, but also a veteran of greening. Today, we planted 110 cypress trees with President Moisiu. I want to thank everyone, starting with President Moisiu and on to the youngest child who has joined us in this campaign, said Erion Veliaj. Former President Alfred Moisiu said planting a tree is the best way to give children a cleaner city. When I was 20, I started with the Park of Tirana, and at this age, I leave here with another memory. I think this action should continue because our children and grandchildren will grow here. We leave here a good memory so that they can continue further, but also for people around to see that people can work. They have to work to make this city a better place, the best place for our health, and also for people to enjoy Tirana. It is worth all the citizens of Tirana being included in this campaign because it is something that we can all do for ourselves, said Moisiu. The mayor added that so far they have been planting trees at an excellent pace and expect to reach the record of 100,000 trees by March. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.